Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's get all these people from the parish house into the, oh, okay. In case you have all noticed, it is a tad cold in here. Our furnace is on the blink. And Tracy tried to get it going again, but despite all his miraculous powers, was unable to do so. So hopefully there will be enough hot air in here today to warm us up a tiny bit.
Thanks, Sandy.
You're welcome. Let me wait till these people are seated and I'll start all over again.
Yeah, I didn't hear the truth though. We appreciate your patience with us, Sandy.
Thank you. It might wear off pretty quickly though, it's cold. Yes. All righty, let's try this again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Hobart, where we strive to put love at the center of how we show up in the world. I'm Sandy Waters, your worship associate this morning. Welcome to you, old friends and new, young and old. You are an essential part of our celebration today. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, we are stronger because you are with us. We are one people of many beliefs, many origins, sexualities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all loved. Just as you are welcome here. Our minister, Kathy Harrington, is not able to be with us today. She is continuing to recover at home and is awaiting a medical procedure, all of which she explains in this week's Spark. This week's service will be led by our own Carl Wolf. Since not everyone can attend in person, we are streaming this worship service online, and we extend a special welcome to all of you who are joining us virtually. Another way that we walk together is by joining together for fun and fellowship. In the interest of time, if you have an announcement to share, please send it in an email to Ashley in the office by Wednesday afternoon. And look for our weekly Spark for more announcements. And if you don't already receive the Spark but wish to do so, please fill out a visitor form in the parish hall. And I have two announcements. One, Hobart Community Band is meeting today at 3 p.m. at the Hobart Middle School. And if you have any questions about it, please see Dick Hagelberg. Dick, raise your hand, and he will answer your questions. And then this is Rummage Week, which is why you may have found it difficult to get into the parish hall today. But we are going to be working on that this afternoon. So after the service and after a brief coffee hour, we would appreciate it if everyone would help us set up the tables, bring the stuff up from the basement, and all that kind of good stuff. In addition to that, we will be working here every day until the sale, which is on Friday, unloading stuff, marking it, putting it where it belongs, that kind of thing. We'll be here from 9 to 2 every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the sale is Friday and Saturday. And then we're also going to have a special 2-hour evening time when people on Wednesday night from 5 to 7, so that people who work during the week would like to come and help us out for a while, that would be great. So I hope to see a lot of people next week because we really need the help. So now, please take a moment to greet your neighbors. Really, really greet your neighbors. Say hello to someone you don't know.
Good morning, Roz.
And now, please take a moment to silence or turn off your devices, and as you do so, allow yourself to enter into sacred time. And take a deep breath. And another. And join in the spirit of reverence. Each week, during our Sunday morning worship service, we join together in reciting our words for the affirmation of faith, words which are printed in your order of service and also appear on the screen. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is our prayer. And this is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Each week during our Sunday morning worship service, we light the flaming chalice. It is a symbol of Unitarian Universalism. It suggests the transformations that take place when we are held within a religious community. When we light the chalice in worship, we illuminate a world that we feel called upon to serve with love and a sense of justice. And I don't think we have any candles. Yes, we do. Please join in lighting our chalice by reading together the words on the screen and in your order of service. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of the life we share together. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing our doxology, the words for which are in your order of service and on the screen.
Morning. Our invocation is a poem by Langston Hughes called Dusk or Hope Happens. Wandering in the dusk, sometimes you get lost in the dusk, sometimes not. Beating your fists against the wall, you break your bones against the wall, but sometimes not. Walls have been known to fall, dusk turn to dawn, and chains be gone.
And now, please rise in body or spirit to join in singing hymn number 95, There Is More Love Somewhere. It's in your gray hymnal, and the words will be up on the screen.
Hello. All right, here we go. So, in the Jewish tradition at Passover, one of the parts of the Passover Seder is a dayenu, which means, basically what we're saying is if this is what we got from God, that would be sufficient. Right? If God led us across the desert and all we had to eat was matzah, dayenu. And if all we got was crossing the Red Sea, dayenu, or God parted the Red Sea or whatever it may be. I don't know. My Bible history is not that great. So, but it's the idea is that we say dayenu in thanks, and for this is all that if this is all we're going to get, well, you know what? That's good enough. Good enough. And so a number of years ago, I did a dayenu story for all ages, and I thought I would repeat it. We had little kids in the sanctuary back then, but they came up, and I said, well, what if all you got for Christmas was underwear? I said, dayenu, that's enough. So I thought we would repeat that today. It's basically a thanks. This is what I got. Maybe it's great. Maybe it's just enough. I don't know. Dayenu, what are you thankful for? What have you received? Putting you on the spot. Maggie, you're a good person. You're a good person to put on the spot. Yeah.
What am I not thankful for? I'm thankful for everything. But I'm so thankful for this community. My dad's running late. I'm upset. It's okay. It's enough. He'll get here. At least he's coming. He's coming to church today, and so I'm very grateful for that.
And so we say, dayenu. Who else? There we are.
I'm thankful that I discovered both the Unitarian and the Buddhist Dharma as a way through life. Otherwise, I'd be lost.
Dayenu. Everybody. Dayenu. Yes.
I'm thankful that my adopted kitty was going to be returned, and because he was being destructive, and then the lady called and said, oh, I changed my mind. I'm going to keep him. I love him too much not to give him a second chance, and he's not throwing water all over everywhere anymore, so I'm going to keep him. So yay! I'm very thankful. Dayenu,
Dayenu. Dayenu.
I am grateful. Duncan taught me transcendental meditation. It's been very useful this last week.
Dayenu. Dayenu.
I'm grateful that even though my children can't or won't have children, I have pseudo-grandchildren that I'm lucky to have.
Dayenu.
I am grateful that my husband and I decided to move here to Indiana because I grew up in the Joliet area of Illinois and spent a majority of my life there, and I have more friends and family, people I call and consider family, here in this community than I did my entire life in Illinois.
Dayenu. Oh, one more.
Yeah, I'm thankful for community, group of friends, community both here in church and in Miller Beach where we live.
Dayenu.
I'm thankful for our amazingly skilled choir director and musician for the church.
Dayenu 2 times.
I'm grateful to breathe on my own. Air's not perfect, but it's air. All of us are happy that it's air. Let's protect it.
Dayenu. Now, however, dayenu is not enough. In which case we say, lo dayenu. Lo dayenu. We cannot say Dayenu, and this is from the website for the Society for Humanist Judaism. We cannot say Dayenu if we are delivered from bondage while others are not. If we are valued while others are not, we say Lo Dayenu, Lo Dayenu. Everybody, Lo Dayenu. If we have enough while others do not, Lo Dayenu. If we are safe while others are not, Lo Dayenu. If we have a home while others do not, Lo Dayenu. If we are at peace while others are not, Lo Dayenu. So let us choose peace within ourselves, within our community, and throughout the world, and then we can truly say Dayenu. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. And now Cheryl will be coming forth. This Sunday and for the next few Sundays, we're going to be having a portion of our service right before the offering devoted to a pledge drive testimonial. And this week it will be our friend Cheryl.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Is everyone awake or are they sleeping and kind of get cold? Everybody want to do jumping jacks, warm up? We can have exercise, calisthenics. Okay. Yeah, Dayenu, absolutely. And my Dayenu is that I'm in here today. I normally am not in here. I'm usually in the finance office or the regular office. But I got to be here today, so I'm very grateful. Okay, my name is Cheryl Powell. I'm not wearing my name tag, so I can get in trouble. And I am a member of the Communications and Outreach Committee. I am a co-chair of finance with Maggie, and I'm also on the board of directors. And that's why I'm here today. So let me start off with why I came to this church. I lived in Hobart all my life and drove by here every day. And it was a beautiful church with tons of ivy on it. And I'm like, oh, it's just beautiful, just gorgeous. But never came. My background with my parents is Southern Baptist, and that says a lot because it scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry. It scared me, and a lot of people know what I'm talking about. And so I became anti-church. And just anti-church. I didn't want anything to do with any churches. And so I grew up and I just stayed that way, nothing to do with churches at all. Then I was always into animal rights, environmental rights, things like that, which this church is very involved in that. I didn't know. And Don Parker put an ad in the paper. This was around 2006 or 2007. And we were showing the film, he was showing the film An Inconvenient Truth with Al Gore, okay? And so I begged my mom to come with me because I didn't want to come alone and I really wanted to see that movie. When I did, there was a newsletter that we used to have. It was called a Vanguard, and it was out there in the parish hall. And so afterwards we went out for refreshments and I read it. And lo and behold, one of my bestest friends from ever was in there, and she had an article in there. And I'm like, oh my God, I had lost track of her. And so that's how I started talking to her again, and I started coming here, and I'm like, well, it's not too bad. She's a hippie, so she's cool. We'll come. So I came, and I'm like, it can't be that bad. And she's like, no, it's not like a church. It's not like a church. And I'm like, okay. All right, but I was scared. Okay, and I'm like, I'm scared. But she convinced me to come, and it was not bad. And my first event was participating and I was scared still, but it was the Maple, Beltane, which is coming up in 2 weeks from today, okay? So anyway, I'm like, oh my God, these are people I love. They were dressed in all kinds of hippie clothes and had flower crowns and were barefoot and dancing around the maypole, and I'm like, well, this is not like a church I've ever been to. And I was told. So then that's how I ended up coming here. And then I started seeing all the programs that they had. And I'm like, they had so many programs. I'm like, this has got to be the place for me. And it was. And I'm just so very, very thankful. What is it? Dianu? Yeah, Dianu. I was very, very thankful that I discovered the church. So then I realized it wasn't like any church that I had ever been to. It wasn't a Christian church. And that's how, even though we have a lot of Christians here, and we're not anti-Christian at all, we love everyone and we accept everyone, I thought church was what I was used to. And it was not. This is not like that. And so this is why I came here. And then why I stayed here is all the friends that I met, all the pagans, and I realized I was a pagan. I didn't know that. I didn't even know what it was. I thought everyone was Christian. I didn't know. That's what I was taught. So anyway, why I stayed, and you guys have gotten lists before like this, on the different committees that we have and the different volunteer opportunities that we have. It was on the back of your pledge forms. And there is honestly something here for everyone, and that's why I stayed. I mean, we have a hard time booking time on the calendar because there's so much activity going on. So there's something for everybody. So that's basically the whole reason that I stayed. I mean, I did start off with a pet blessing, and I hope to do that again sometime, but that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Although I'm not sure that it's not too bad is the best recommendation.
Can I do it wrong?
Okay, each week we share a portion of our Sunday offering with a social justice cause outside our church walls. This month, we are using our loose change for Lasagna Love. For those of you who are not familiar with this, a group of people get together and put together a bunch of lasagnas. Michelle usually heads the group that does that, and then they deliver them to families who need them. So that will be going on, and the donations in the cups will go for that cause. The donations in the basket will go to sustaining the mission of our congregation. And for those not with us in person today, there is an online link for both one-time and regular donations. And I need 4 volunteers to come forward and carry the baskets and cups. Can you give them? For your prayers, your presence, your service, and your gifts, we are truly grateful. Dayenu. In the center of our service and in the center of our lives, let us pause to honor the silences of the world. Let us open our hearts to the place of quiet, the silent prayer for the healing of pain, and the soft, gentle coming of love. Let us pause for a moment of silence. Carla and Roz. You are now invited to light a candle of memory or hope, or just sit quietly as the music holds you in a meditative space. We didn't take them out of the bag. Thank you. Now let us fill this sacred space with the names of the loved ones we hold close in our hearts this morning, some suffering in sorrow, some celebrating in joy. The breath of nature is upon us, the spirit of life is within us, and the community of love is around us. So be it. Amen. Kathy. Barb. Thank you for sharing. Joys and sorrows are a time to share personal joys that you are celebrating so that we can celebrate them with you as a community. It's also a time to share personal sorrows that weigh on our hearts so that we can support each other in our times of sorrow or grief. Please keep in mind that this part of the service excludes our online members, friends, and visitors. Roz will come around the room with the microphone. We ask that you share your first name. Please remain seated for the centering hymn, number 155, Circle Round for Freedom, in the gray hymnal, and the words are also up on the screen.
Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us imprisoned, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children, keep the circle whole. Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us in prison, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children, keep the circle whole.
Well, good morning again.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Dianu. Back in February, Stephanie, my wife, and I, we went to Florida, and we spent a few days in Naples with Stephanie's aunt, and it was just wonderful. We had great food and shopping and just really lovely time. Naples is it's a nice place, Naples. And as part of this trip, after spending a few days in Naples with Stephanie's aunt and her cousins, I'm going to go to the Everglades by myself. And I'm going to get in a kayak and go backcountry kayaking for 2 nights out there in the Everglades swamps. And why are you going to do that? You know, like sounds really boring. And I said, well, you backpack. I like to camp. I like backpacking. I know how to do it. I've gone canoe camping before, but never by myself. But sometimes you need a little bit of solitude. And I was kind of in a place in my life where, I was craving to be alone. I wasn't, worried about danger or anything, alligators or all that. I wasn't, I want to see alligators. But my motivation was that I needed to be alone. So I was expecting it to be boring, I expected it to be like really boring. There was no cell phone service. I brought a terrible book. It was a book on economics. I don't even know. Like really, And I got out there, and I kayaked, and it was boring. I mean, like, I was miserable. I wasn't, like, physically miserable. I was just sad. I got out there the first night, set up I have like a hammock tent, set that up, and I just sat there. And I was trying to, I like to look at birds, and there were some birds. It was fine. I wanted to see a roseated spoonbill. I didn't get to see a roseated spoonbill. And then I got up the next morning. I had seen one person the first day, and the second day, as I was breaking down camp, I saw some people in the distance in the water. But I got back in my kayak, and I went to the next site, and I was there by like 10 a.m., the next location. And I sat there the whole day on this platform in the middle of the water with a porta potty on it. I could have gotten back in the kayak. I could have gone somewhere and tooled around. I didn't do that. I just sat there with this bad book, looking out at the birds every once. It was really, I cried. I mean, literally, I cried. Like, literally. It was, wow. By about 3 p.m., I was thinking to myself, maybe I should get in my kayak and go back to civilization. But I was a little, I was like, I wasn't going to make it back in time. It was going to be dark, and I would have gotten lost in those mangrove swamps. I really would have. So, I went to bed. Even the stars were not that great, to be honest. Because off in the distance, you could see the lights of Miami. And I was so I went to bed, and it was an ordeal. So, prior to my trip, I was feeling really overwhelmed with life and everything it throws our way. And for 3 days in the swamps of the Everglades, I had a complete loss of connection, like complete. A loss of purpose, a loss of direction. I lost everything that's both good and bad in my larger life. It was all the present moment, as bad as it was. I didn't even meditate. I didn't even prepare to meditate. I just sat there. So there's a pamphlet, a UUA pamphlet written by John Nichols. It says that when we anticipate or experience a serious setback, many people look for a religious belief that will ease their panic and take away their pain. Unitarian Universalists believe that each person's religious ideas evolve not as much out of faith that is given to us or inherited as from the life experiences that leave us with a feeling of confidence in the goodness of life and in our ability to enjoy it. Let me paraphrase that a religious belief helps us to ease panic and take away pain. And for yous, that religious belief should come from looking at our life experiences that leave us with a feeling of confidence in the goodness of life and in our ability to enjoy it. But that's not what I was experiencing out in the Everglades. I certainly wasn't feeling confident or celebrating the goodness of life. And let me be clear, I have a lot of reasons to be confident. I have a lot of reasons to celebrate the goodness of life. But it all piles up. What haven't I done? What should I do? All the big and bad, awful things that are going on in the world. I mean, there was no way, no how that my head was in this space of confidence and goodness. Prior to this trip, I wasn't taking advantage of the opportunities to get my head there. I wasn't doing that while I was in the Everglades. I wasn't appreciating the things that I already do. I mean, it was a real mess. And I don't think I'm alone in that struggle. We all of us, we all have so much good. We all have so much bad. And you become frozen. I become frozen in my sense of self. Now, in this particular day and age, we are in a time of deep struggle between love and hate, war and peace, a time when the needs of societies are not being met and where the means by which those needs could be met are being destroyed. So it is a dusky time. We may get lost, but sometimes we don't. We want to fight back and hit the wall of oppression. Sometimes we break our bones, sometimes not. I am frozen because I feel the need to break more bones, which is an ironic thing for me to say because my daughter has brittle bone disease, as some of you know, and she's broken a lot of bones in her life. But I'm frozen because I feel the need to break more bones, and at the same time, I don't sufficiently celebrate the bones that I'm already breaking. Something like that, right? I'm already doing these things. I'm not celebrating. So let's think about what we are already doing. We dedicate our time to this church. And again, we say Daenu. And we participate in theater, community theater, say Daenu. And we love our children and our grandchildren, our sisters, our brothers, our parents, and we say Daenu. We organize interfaith mutual aid efforts, Daenu. We show up in protest, Daenu. We break bread with other congregations and faith communities, Daenu. And we come here on Sundays to be in communion with one another, to receive a message of love, to accept and be accepted. That's a big Daenu. And as Jimmy Durante would say, that ain't chopped liver. So let us celebrate what we are. You know, I've been a member of this church for 10 plus years, and an ongoing theme that I've heard year after year is, we need to grow. There are 40 people here today. We need to get to 80. And yeah, that's true. But why? Why do we need to grow? I don't know. This is nice. I love all you guys, you know? I mean, so many churches are shrinking. The mainline Protestant congregations, they're just dying off. Catholic Church, they're closing parishes. But that's not us. We're a healthy and diverse congregation that holds the spectrum of generations. Why do we need to grow? We need to grow because we have an important message to bring to Northwest Indiana. We have a message of love, of inherent worth and dignity. We believe in justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. This church is a place of healing in a world of pain and uncertainty, and that should be celebrated and brought to all corners of Northwest Indiana. So the celebration of what we are and the need to get our message to the community is more important now than ever, because we are living in a time of grave uncertainty. And if I were a betting man, this uncertainty will only increase in the coming years. And I don't think that this uncertainty is an outlier. Like, it's not just like, oh, it just popped up. It's not just like, an 8-year blip. We see outliers everywhere. Baseball, right? Anybody know who Tuffy Rhodes is? Tuffy Rhodes? So back in 1994, opening day 1994, Tuffy Rhodes played for the Chicago Cubs. I was watching this game. Tuffy Rhodes was, Carl Tuffy Rhodes. Cubs were playing the Mets, and Dwight Gooden was pitching. Dwight Gooden was like one of the best pitchers in the 80s and 90s. And Tuffy Rhodes came up out of nowhere on that opening day and hit not one, not two, but 3 home runs against Dwight Gooden. Tuffy Rhodes, 13 lifetime Major League home runs, hit 3 home runs on opening day. It's an outlier, historic outlier, one that everyone, well, not everyone, I remember. I was watching the game. But people who know people who know the Cubs, people who know baseball, Tuffy Rhodes, they know that guy. But Tuffy Rhodes would not go on to have much of a career in Major League Baseball. He hit 8 home runs that year, 3 on opening day, and never hit another home run in Major League Baseball. Now, he did go on to have a fantastic career in Japan, he tied the single season record for home runs in the Japanese league. But as far as Major League Baseball is concerned, he had his one day of fame. But this is not that. This is not a blip. This is not a Tuffy Rhodes moment, the moment that we are in now. These current circumstances that we live in today are not a manifestation of just even the last 8 years or the last 12 years. Instead, this is a moment that has come from decades of rising inequality and policies of oppression that have been championed by both sides of the aisle, by all these presidents, by all these prime ministers and dictators. This is what our world has been building towards. This is what decades of greed and war have created. Our current circumstance is the gasping, wheezy, fascist breaths of a dying system. So these are difficult times for many of us. Some of us have suffered already from cuts or attacks in a material way. Our brothers and sisters in the immigrant community, our brothers and sisters in Gaza, in Tehran, in Kyiv, in Lebanon, in the Sudan, they are suffering. And we fear that these times portend the final chapter in the American experiment. And we grieve at this loss and the loss of our brothers and sisters around the world. So no, I'm not breaking enough bones. I need to do more. And this is where I freeze. As my friend Moises told me many years ago, the balance of life is understanding that on the one hand, you're a speck in the great universe. I mean, boom, you're gone, that's it. It's a moment, it's a nanosecond. And on the other hand, what you do every day is important. You have the ability to lead our communities to the fulfillment of our 7 principles. Well, Moses, he wasn't talking about the 7 principles, but nonetheless, you have this ability, this capacity to lead our communities to that fulfillment. And so how do you balance your insignificance in the great cosmos while staying motivated in the here and now? How do you balance the celebration of what you are with the internal pressure to do more? Back to the pamphlet by John Nichols, Loss, ironically, as John Nichols wrote, loss, ironically, by its sharpness of its contrast, brings appreciation of gain, and even in times, celebration. No one welcomes serious loss. It disrupts our lives and our equilibrium. Few people at the moment of loss, few of us, or even for a long time afterwards, say, maybe I'll grow from this. Yeah. No, you don't say that. Coping is paying attention to what is yet within my power to affect, to change, to move, to teach, to become. And that is why I recommend that you take a solo trip to the Everglades in a kayak. Because in my temporary loss, I thawed. There was nothing on a trip that melted my frozen self except my complete isolation from anything. Nothing plus nothing does equal something. And upon returning to civilization, everything, this was 48 hours, everything was a wonder. Oh, I was so happy for human connection. I marveled at the world. I mean, I said to myself, I'm going to go to the lodge, I'm going to eat, and I'm going to have a drink, and then I'm going to go do more bird watching. But no, I sat there at that bar, I bought that guy a drink, we watched the Olympics, we had a great time. But how does that last? How do you make it last? And to be honest, I don't have an answer. I haven't figured out how to remain unfrozen. I could go back to the Everglades, or I could put myself in a similar condition, but is that really feasible? Does it require something so radical that I have to cut myself off from the world for 48 hours, like completely off from the world? There must be a better way to sustain on a day-to-day and week-to-week basis, and I just haven't found it. I mean, maybe you have. And if you have, well, blessings upon you. Meanwhile, though, we keep up the good fight, and we carve out those moments of repair while we also do the good things that make this world a better place. And so I look forward to making this world a better place on May 1st, May Day. This is a shameless plug here. A group of Northwest Indiana activists from various organizations, Indivisible Northwest Indiana, and Cosecha, which is an immigrant rights group, and Just Transitions, which is an environmental rights group, will be traveling to Indianapolis to celebrate May Day, the International Workers' Holiday, with friends from throughout Indiana, from southern Indiana, from Indianapolis. And so a bus will be leaving from this church parking lot that morning on May 1st, Friday. I invite you to join us on that trip. And through our joys and sorrows, celebrations and lamentations, moments of clarity and moments of befuddlement, we truly do have a world to win. May it be so. Thank you. Please, no, sorry. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing hymn 1040, Hush, in the teal hymnal. The words will also be on the screen.
Somebody's calling my my name. Sounds like freedom. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Sounds like justice. Somebody's calling my name. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? Soon one morning, death come creeping my room. Soon one morning, death come creeping my room. Soon one morning, death come creeping my room. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do? I'm so glad trouble don't last always. I'm so glad trouble don't last always. I'm so glad trouble don't last always. Oh my Lord, what shall I do? What shall I do?
I invite you now to join me in reciting the words on the screen and in your order of service to accompany our extinguishing of the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts. Amen.
The benediction is by Maureen Killeran. No matter how weak or frightened we may feel, we each have gifts that can make a difference in the world. In this coming week, may you do at least one thing to support the broken, to welcome the stranger, to celebrate what is worthy, to do the work of justice and love. Be strong, be connected, each day act, so that you may be a little more whole.
I